Major Ed Dames and his team of remote viewers have worked diligently throughout the years to provide proof of many top-secret enigmas that have been kept behind closed doors and out of the public's eye for decades. Now is the time to expose the darkest secrets that the U.S. government doesn't want you to know.
Start learning remote viewing now in order to get to a located sanctuary location to escape from this particular viral pandemic. I have had 1,000 or more personal sanctuary clients who have relocated to their sanctuaries. And the question is, should they wait until their city is about to be cordoned off to go to their sanctuary? Well, you won't be able to do that. You should already be in place. Most, I'd say 80%, 85% of my clients have already relocated to sanctuary locations. So they will not be subject to the kind of horror that's going to pop up in major cities. If you wait too long, your city will be cordoned off. You won't be able to get out, and no one will be able to come in because of quarantine rules. And if you are in the city, you may be taken to a FEMA camp. Sanctuary locations are a function of your higher mind. If you are a remote viewer, a trained remote viewer, then you have a methodology to get in touch with your higher mind and to find which geographic location you should be in if you're not in one already. DVDs I've produced will coach you through finding your sanctuary, and you've got to do it now. You can't wait any longer. I'm prepping, I'm relocating, prepping for the kill shot. You need to review that DVD now, right now, and keep that booklet with you at all times. The knowledge base in there is extensive. It will tell you what to do and how to do it. Save yourselves and your family. Take care of your loved ones. Make sure that your loved ones know where you're at. There may not be any communication whatsoever. They've got to know where you are. The 85% nominally people infected with the virus and who are cured can be reinfected quite easily. This thing's not going to go away. In fact, even the medical community now is saying it might be a seasonal virus. It's here to stay. You see the coronavirus affecting the world? About 16 years ago on a national radio show, I told the host that there's going to be a global pandemic. What we perceived as professional remote viewers and described were bulldozers bulldozing bodies into mass graves and covering the bodies with lime pits. This is just the beginning. If you could get out of the cities, try to get out now. If you're in a sanctuary location, you're set. Prepping for the kill shot will tell you why, but if you are in a populated area, your next door neighbor is friendly now, but when he runs out of food or medicine for his family, he's going to come knocking on your door and ask you to share. You have to think about what you're going to do under those circumstances and what he's going to do, especially when the situation becomes dire. Folks, I mean, we've all thought about a situation where this might occur, but it's going to occur during this pandemic. And this microbe is spreading fast, very fast. I will keep you updated as much as I can and try my best to steer you in the right direction so that you can maintain some type of quality of life during this pandemic. And I'm not going to be around forever. You guys have to pick up the ball and learn remote viewing. You've got to do it. It's a fantastic tool. It's an incredible tool. It isn't just powerful in terms of health trajectories, looking at the source of illnesses and their cure and their treatments. It is so powerful in many other ways in terms of personal development, in terms of penetrating enigma and mysteries. Learn it now. We foresaw this as professional remote viewers decades ago, that this is what is going to happen, and right now it is happening. You can't control a pandemic. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what position you have in the government. You are subject to this particular microbe as I am or any of us. This is the great cross leveler. It's the great equalizer. And the government knows that. If you sit down and talk with an epidemiologist, for instance, any epidemiologist will tell you what's going to happen. This is what they do. They know how bad it's going to get. Don't rely on the press to tell you that we're in control, because that's what governments will always tell you. We're in control. Because to say anything less would panic people. You need to panic. Don't wait for the government to tell you we're not in control, because they're never going to say it. They'll always say we're in control, we've got it covered. Just like Katrina or any other disaster like that. The government has control, right? Wait until trucks cannot bring food to cities. Now you have a war zone. You're going to have a terrible, terrible, beyond Mad Max anarchy situation. And if you don't take the precautions, prophylaxis, right now, you're going to be in deep shit as this. Once this is out of the bag, it's out. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. It's got to run its course. What it leaves behind is going to be total disaster for all of us. The banking system, the infrastructure, trucking, food, agriculture, shipping, ports closing down. No, nothing. How long will that last? The fallout, other than its epidemiological nature, is going to be so destructive. It's going to be a changed environment. And this is just the beginning. Now you have a war zone. You're going to have a terrible, terrible, beyond Mad Max anarchy situation. It's going to make science fiction movies look like kindergarten shows. The Prepping for the Killshot DVD is critical for those of you who haven't figured out yet what you're going to do. And you need to review that DVD now, right now, and keep that booklet with you at all times. Save yourselves and your family. Take care of your loved ones. Get educated, folks. There's no more time to waste. This is real. Don't think that you're going to wake up tomorrow and the whole world's going to be the same as it was yesterday. I'm trying to shake you into realizing, take a look around you. Don't wait until situations get as bad as they are in Italy, with cities of 50,000 people quarantined. You better be in a sanctuary location. You're going to see horror. The government, even with martial law, the government is not going to be able to control the populace. There's nothing that the authorities and the medical system can do to stop this, no matter where you are. You're already at risk. Don't touch your face and your nose and your mouth or your eyes with your hands. Keep washing your hands. That's the most effective. If you're outside and you have no choice, you're going to work, and you have to touch an ATM machine to get cash or whatever, bring wipes with you. Many people wear a mask. The folks that wear them still touch their face, touch their noses and mouth. And that is enough to infect you, whether or not you're wearing a mask. Guys, you're not going to be transported to FEMA camps during the worst of this particular outbreak, and I'll talk about how bad it's going to get. But what will happen is, you remember that the US government practiced this zombie apocalypse drill? Well, the zombie apocalypse effectively was an exercise to seal off cities. You don't go in it and you don't come out, whether by rail or road or plane. That, in essence, is going to be a substitute for FEMA camps. So look forward to that happening very, very soon, by the way, from state to state to state, from city to city to city, instead of this idea of FEMA camps. You'll be not only quarantined, the Constitution will be violated. You won't be able to travel. That's coming. How bad is this pandemic going to get? Oh, take a look at Spain and Italy right now. And as I told you guys what's coming, what we saw as remote viewers was mass graves, lime pits. Guess what? The country of Ecuador started digging a huge burial pit, because their medical systems and their mortuaries can't handle the number of deaths and the trajectory, the velocity of people dying in that country. The US is in far better shape. We have a lot of equipment, not enough, but a lot. And we have the specialists, and we are prepared for a pandemic. Not as much as we would like to be, but far more than other countries. This is the first month of real hardship in our country. And people are not going to get a paycheck. A lot of people are not going to get a paycheck. Next month, it'll probably be 30% unemployment rate. That's a conservative figure. So what are people going to do with the little money they have left? Buy gas, medicine, food, probably. You're not going to pay your mortgage or your rent.